No, I'm alright. But yeah, hearing the fountain next to me and seeing lightning up ahead tells my brain, holy mother. So yes, looking on the Weather Channel. Oh, and you can smell the rain too, but I just checked the forecast and it won't hit us. So we are literally right outside it, but it's going just by us. So it's not going to hit us, but it's close enough where you can see clear, awesome freaking shots like that. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, so I've just looked at the weather radar, and yeah, like I said, it's not going to hit us, but I'm doing this as a video now, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. But Michigan right now is just getting slammed. The entirety of southern Michigan is under a massive amount of rain warning. I don't know. This is not an official thing. I just looked at the weather radar, and Detroit's not going to get out of this for another, like, at the time of recording, like 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. So it's going to be raining and raining hard in southern Michigan, all across from Lansing to Detroit. Also in Wisconsin right now, I think. Essentially across the entire state of Michigan, specifically southern Michigan, is just getting really attacked by Mother Nature right now. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. You can focus in, you know exactly where it is too. Mine is not. I can promise you that.
Oh man, that's so awesome.
If I turn this on, then that makes it... I don't know if that's going to make it better or worse.
Yeah, I don't think...
Nah, no, yeah, you're right. Just checking. Gotta make sure you want to get that perfect shot in.
Right. I mean, it might have a glow to the trees. But
Yeah.
what you do is go beyond it.
Come on, where next?
Oh my God.
Just that crackle. I mean, you can't hear it. You can see it, and you can smell it. I mean, by God, look, this is a man-made pond over here, so this isn't like some sort of lake or anything. But I will tell you, you can smell the lake water just being pushed down in air.
That's Lake Michigan.
Yeah, you can smell the salt water. It's like you're bathing in it. It's heavy. You can feel it.
Michigan is not salt water.
Oh, well, you can smell the pondish
Yeah.
smell. It smells like too many people have been salting the water with their sweat, if you get what I... But my point being is that you can see it, you can feel it, and you can smell it, but you just can't, like, you know, you're not actually... You can feel it in the wind, but you can't feel the lightning, but you can see how that must feel. Because just the crackle, you can see in the visual just how that must sound when you're right under it. And that is miles away right now. I mean, that is miles and miles and miles away, but you can, it is clear as day despite being so far. It is just awe-inspiring. It is so powerful. Look at that, how it lights up the clouds, and it gets...
And then it connects to another cloud.
And it gets very pink. I'm gonna sit down so I can actually hold... Yeah, it's almost like it catches the... Because the sunrise... The sunset tonight
And the sunset.
was pink as well. I'm not exactly sure what phenomenon is causing that, but the sunset tonight was pink as well, and the lightning here almost gives you an after vestiges of that wonderful sunset we saw tonight.
Oh my God, they're so
You can really see where the center of the storm is the most severe. It generally seems to come from this area where the lightning is. So I'm going to focus there. the winds are heavy, and I'm not dressed for this to be honest, but the winds are heavy, really heavy, and yet I've checked the radar and it doesn't seem like we're going to be affected by this at all, but I am just, this is crazy. This is crazy and great. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I know, I accidentally said it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to roll with it. Yeah, you can really see where the severity of the storm really lies and where it sits right now. There's really no other spots of lightning. Apologies. Come on, focus in, focus in, focus in, focus in. Come on.
It's hard to focus in the dark. So
There we go, there we go.
You have to hit the tree.
But you can really, oh dear. I'm losing focus, guys. I'm gonna drag my, you know what? That's probably gonna make it better. Because you know what? I've dragged my brightness all the way down on the camera, guys, and actually, this is a much more realistic experience of what we're seeing. So the camera itself raised the brightness up a little bit, which actually I think diminishes the value and true ferocity of this here. So by bringing the brightness down, I think we may actually be able to see, yeah, you see that? So the lightning itself just caused enough light for my camera to turn back up its brightness. I've turned it down again. I believe after each lightning strike, I may actually need to re-turn down the brightness because the camera registers it as so bright, it actually relights the camera. You can see that just then.
My battery's running out, so I'll put it down here. I can turn the car so you can just close the
I feel like I'm gonna miss something when you do.
I think it's starting to.
And where there's smoke. Well, I suppose I should say when there's fire, generally there's a lot more fire.
Ooh, it's beyond the big clouds.
It's moved just a little bit further along, yeah.
Yeah, it's up in altitude.
Move. Go ahead and move and pull me around. Pull it around here.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like this. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, do you mind backing up just a little?
Yeah, there's a
I mean, don't put us in the pond, obviously. Okay. There we go. Okay, nice. Look, I'm not scared of that water, but I am scared of that water. My God. I want to say more, you know, but like, what can I say? It speaks for itself. This incredible light show.
And that's just gonna keep going.
Keep going until I believe
another 4 hours.
Another 4 hours.
I just texted Angela.
Another 4 hours at best. That's I believe when the weather radar ran out.
Somebody's
So.
jogging at 10 o'clock.
Oh, I've done that like once.
All right. It is pretty safe.
Yeah, it's a safe neighborhood. But we've I've looked at the weather radar, and that's just until that's just how long the Weather Channel can predict. The Weather Channel map can predict how long it'll go. So I ran out of the amount of time on the radar, and it didn't stop at 2 a.m. So it didn't look like the storm dissipated. So I'm assuming it will in fact go further than 2 a.m. But I really have no idea because the Weather Channel map only goes up to that. Let's see if I can zoom in and cut off some of the light there. There we go. Pan it right along there. Okay, it does seem to be moving to that's east, which makes sense because that's exactly how I saw it on the weather. That's exactly how I saw it on the weather map. I just wanted to confirm. I assumed.
Was just recording.
Yeah, so it is moving east. I assume that at this point.
Tall trees, and now it's Now it's headed towards the taller tree.
So remember that here Mother Nature does have a passport, obviously, so it certainly seems like as it moves east, it'll probably cross over into Ontario and probably end up hitting Toronto in our Canadian neighbors.
We don't even see it that
Holy, oh my god, that was good.
Yeah. Angle it between those.
It seems to be that the lightning is actually
Holy moly.
high up as well. I'm
Yeah,
wondering
the
if that's...
altitude.
Yeah, the altitude. I'm wondering if that's even hitting the ground is what I have to wonder, because
Yeah, I'm
it
wondering
seems
too.
to be really high up in the sky. Note that from ground level this far away, that's got to be so far up. I mean, that's
Yeah.
got to be a
Yeah.
standard airplane height.
And if you've got height in your clouds, the clouds are going that far up.
And they're going that far fast, because
Yeah.
remember that
Then
this
there's
there is a possibility for tornadic
Yeah.
involvement here, because yeah, the clouds are, I mean, as you can see, over just a 10-11 minute period, these clouds moved from around this way to all the way over here. I mean, traveling miles and yeah, I got it. Traveling miles and miles at incredible speeds, to be honest, over just the course of 10 minutes. Because remember, if you think from this side to there, that's got to be a very long distance for that to travel that quickly. And the clouds to push.
I remember when we moved into countryside. I think we were like 6 or 7. Yeah, we were only there about a month, and it was October, November, and yeah, there was a tornado that came through the area south of this city.
Are you certain that it was actually? You can say the city name.
It was in
There was- wasn't there
beginning of
3?
November.
Wasn't there 3? Are you talking about the one where there was 3 and they were all kind of converging on the city, then they disappeared when they hit the city limits? Because I remember that as well. There was a strange event where it seemed like 3 tornadoes were coming at the city I'm in, Fort Wayne, where all
think it
3
might have
seemed to
been.
be...
Now you're making me think.
Yeah, all 3 seemed to... Because I remember that was in that house, where all 3 seemed to be from different angles coming at the city, and then as soon as they hit the city limits, they just dissipated.
Yeah, they hit.
Because they managed to hit a lot of the country, and then...
Muncie,
Yes.
and
They hit a lot of the smaller towns and cities
Yes,
around us.
That's right.
And then as soon as they got to, I assume,
Kokomo usually gets
different-
hit first, and then Muncie. But there's
I assume because of the different terrain here, where there's
it's flatter
yeah,
in between.
it's flatter, and then with this larger city, the second largest city in Indiana, it ends up becoming very suddenly. It goes from being country roads to very suddenly being suburban areas and downtown, where there are some smaller skyscrapers and such. It seems like now the lightning has... Oh, okay.
Not yet.
You know,
Well,
it really keeps proving me wrong here. Every time that I say I think it's
know.
moving along, I get hit with another massive strike in that direction, and it is
yeah, it's definitely
still
moving.
clearly going.
Holy moly!
Although I will say it seems to be going along to the point where it's no longer in focus.
right.
For example, I can see... Man, I can smell the lake again. I really can. You can. For example, I can see up in... I don't know if the camera can... Whoa! Well, I'm glad that star just guided me to the perfect shot. I don't know if... yes, you can see it. I'm going to point to it here. I don't know if it's possible. Right up here, you can see that the clouds have dissipated enough for me to start seeing stars
Yeah,
in the
you
night
can see
sky.
The moon on this side.
And that generally makes me think that the moment of pure opportunity to pass, the moment of pure opportunity to get the greatest of lightning strikes when they were very clear and in a very straight direction from us to them, has probably passed by. Although you can still see quite a few strikes happening off in that direction, though.
Well, that was pretty neat, though.
They are not bad at all. Yes.
And it's probably going to.
I really did not know that that was going to happen, to be honest. We'd just come back from a grocery store trip, and then all of a sudden we were aimed north, and we started seeing these great lightning strikes, and yeah.
See the moon up here in the clouds? Up there. Ooh.
A perfect Halloween moon, everybody.
Spooky.
Is that not the perfect Halloween moon to end this off?
Oh my god, that is
Alright, I'm gonna see if I
spooky.
can hold.
Nope, it's gone.
And the
It's gonna
clouds have passed in front
Yep.
of the near full moon. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little show from Mother Nature. The lightning. The lightning is great.
Yeah, if you're safely away from it.
Yes, and
Yeah,
stay safe
yeah,
up in Michigan
safe.
and up in Ontario.
Yeah.
Definitely, it seems like you're getting pummeled pretty hard.